My ex is harassing me because I caught him cheating. My ex-boyfriend is making my life miserable, so here it goes. I was in a relationship with Chris for 4 years. We were best friends. Everything was perfect like a fairy tale. We both had well-paying jobs. And we had a great apartment. I mean, it was his, but I used to pay half the rent. I thought this was it. I knew we were gonna get married. But then tragedy struck. One of my coworkers got fired from our job because she filed a harassment case against our manager. I knew he was capable of doing it and she had proof, so I backed her up. But then she got fired from work and I knew I was the next one to get fired. Everyone was talking about it. All of us knew I was getting fired, and that eventually happened. But I was not sad. Was already searching for a new job and told my boyfriend. He was very supportive. That night he went out with his friends. He asked me, but I was tired. Everything was fine. 2 days later I got a message from his friend. He said my boyfriend slept with his girlfriend. At first, I thought it was a prank or a joke, but no, he was right. He said that they didn't have an affair, but they did sleep together. It was a one-time thing. He even showed me the photos. His girlfriend confessed to him as she felt guilty. He broke up with her. Asked me to do the same. I was shocked and didn't know what to do. I thought of asking my boyfriend, then I got a message from him saying, "I want to talk to you." He said he'll come home, and if you are at home, stay there. I'll be there in 15 minutes. This confirmed everything. I was crying, and then I packed my bags and all my stuff. I left a note saying, "I know that you cheated and I'm breaking up with you. I did this because I didn't want to face him. If I stayed there, he would have manipulated me. He always did this when he wanted something." I went to my sister's house and went to sleep. I switched off my phone. I told my sister everything and said not to tell my boyfriend I was there. He was calling everyone in my family and friends to ask about me. I already told my family. My boyfriend even visited my sister's house. I think he knew I was there. My sister kicked him out. I was numb. Didn't know how to feel, what to do. I was not even crying anymore, just sitting there totally blank. My sister's boyfriend told me I could stay here as long as I wanted. He is a great guy. A few days later I was waiting for my sister. Suddenly my ex-boyfriend came there and sat next to me. Here is how the conversation goes. "Chris, hi, how are you?" "Me, good, as you can see." "See, you're looking great. Looking very beautiful. What do you want now?" "You cheated and now here to tell me the reason or excuses." "See, I didn't do it on purpose, it just happened. I'm sorry, I will never do that again. I love you. It was my biggest mistake. I was not in control. You can slap me or punish me, but don't leave me." By the way, he was crying uncontrollably during this, but nothing worked for me. He was begging literally. Okay, I forgive you. Now leave." "See, but what about our relationship?" "What relationship?" "I told you I'm breaking up with you. You asked for forgiveness. I accept that." "See, you can't do this. You know I messed up. I'm regretting it now. I'll die if you don't come back." I don't have time for this now. You asked for forgiveness, you got it, now there's nothing to talk about." I left as was barely controlling my tears. I was just putting out a strong face just to show him. He came again the next day, same discussion. A week later he said I left my thing in his place. It was a frame filled with our pictures which I gifted him. He was doing that on purpose. I took all the pictures out and kept the frame. Every day he is here. Yesterday I told him that stop doing this, nothing going to happen. Just go and accept the truth. Today he didn't talk, but he was still there. I was out shopping and he was everywhere, like every single store I went to. I certainly don't care, but that's weird. He just following me at this point. I don't want to see his face every day. I don't show doesn't mean I don't have feelings. I cry like every day at night. And seeing him every day makes it worse. He is ruining my life at this point. He is saying I broke up with him without any warning. So am I wrong for not waiting for his explanation?